You're a CrossFitter, which means you're a badass by default. And you can't wait to tell everybody about it. It's this and a lot of other things that you might be doing that might be really kind of turning off your friends and family. So in this podcast, we're going to talk about how you can be a badass CrossFitter without being a douche.
Welcome to the CrossFit Edwardsville Community Podcast, where we hear and learn from our coaches, CrossFitters, and Glen Ed community leaders. Now, here are your hosts, Dallas and Greg.
How's that for an intro?
I love that intro. Made me crack up. I am still laughing about that intro. If you skipped it, you need to go back and watch it or listen to it because I don't really know where to go from there. Welcome everybody to the CrossFit Edwardsville Community Podcast. I am, you guys know this. You hear us say it. We say it in the intro, but this is really an opportunity for us to meet and learn from some of our CFE coaches, meet and learn some of our local CrossFitters here, or occasionally chat with locally owned Glen Ed business owners and some of the characters behind those businesses. So today we get a fun topic. I'm your co-host, Dallas Amston. Great to have you all here. And I'm with Communicate to Succeed. I work with introverted entrepreneurs in their presentation and speaking techniques. And with me, as always, the fearless one, the man, the myth, the legend, Coach G. Scale.
I'm like at least like two of those things I definitely am not.
But the man,
I am.
You are the man.
I am. Yes, I am that. I've got that going for me.
There's a little bit of myth about you. There's a little bit of myth.
Well, I will say this: I am the CEO and GM at CFE, and super excited today. A very important conversation topic.
Can I interrupt here real fast and just say, you know what the myth is, right?
What's that?
You never show us photos of G back in the day, pre-CrossFit. Like,
dude, I have them. I will show them.
All right, because you've said I don't really like to show those photos from. I think I've seen one photo of you from college, pre-Caroline.
The thing that will stand out to you the most is absolutely gonna be the hair. That is the star of the show. Is definitely the Justin Timberlake like white man fro thing that I had going on, where my head is more mushroom than
that's awesome
than human head.
That's awesome.
That's going to be the key takeaway.
Well, my hair is legendary. So from back in the day, I had a ponytail. I was well
kidding. I don't know that.
Well, I was in a bunch of theater shows and it was like a bunch of period pieces. And every time I got cast in something, they would say, don't cut your hair. And I'd be like, all right, fine. So I was part of the Illinois High School Theater Festival, and it was an annual thing. And I was cast 3 years in a row. And every year they said, guys, don't cut your hair. Well, by the end of that, I had really long hair, and I played Lance a lot in The Legend of King Arthur. And so I had this hair that was like full lion's mane 90s ponytail wrestler look. There's photos out there somewhere.
I'd seen the photos of you when you had longer hair, and you had a fantastic head of hair. Like
I was well coiffed.
You dashing gentleman. Like I can see why Meg would swoon. Like what a stud that guy was, man. You had although I will say, amongst people that can really pull off the bald look, Dallas, you're at the top of the list, man.
Well, I'm grateful for that. I don't have too many dents in my skull from stupid kid moves. You know, some guys you meet guys who no longer have hair on their heads, and they'll have 2 or 3 dents that just is like, oh, that's there's a story behind every one of those chrome dents. I don't have
all those bad decisions.
Right.
And speaking of which, in today's podcast,
that's where we're going.
We're going to help some CrossFitters not to make some bad decisions.
So talk to us a little bit. First of all, your intro again, classic. But this conversation about how not to turn people off when talking about CrossFit, even if you are totally incredible at it. Where did this come from? Because people make fun of me all the time. They'll say, "Oh, we've been talking with Dallas 3 minutes, and he hasn't mentioned CrossFit yet."
There's the joke that if a vegetarian, a vegan, and a CrossFitter walk into a bar, who tells you about it first, right? And the first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. I think somewhere along the line, CrossFitters got the idea. The first rule of CrossFit is you tell everybody about CrossFit.
Yeah.
And I get it. So like, in this podcast, we're going to outline a few things that you can do, or a few things you should not do to not make yourself that guy, to not be the annoying douche
The
CrossFitter that
CrossFit
aggravates your
evangelist.
friends. So let's cue up number one, Dallas. Number one, which is you don't have to tell everybody about CrossFit
You don't.
unless they ask. Unless they ask,
Tell us
which they
about
may.
that.
Yeah, because the problem with force feeding is that you become the CrossFitter version of the very, very political person at the table that's trying to make everybody believe in what they believe. And it's just, you don't have to tell everybody about CrossFit. And we understand why you do, right? It's
Right.
natural that when you get involved in the CrossFit lifestyle, it changes how you look, it changes how you feel, it changes how you perform in life. You can do all this cool stuff. You conquer these incredibly challenging workouts. You feel really proud that you
Yeah.
did that. And it's an exciting new lifestyle to be in the CrossFitter thing and connected with all these other wildly interesting people that do really cool things. It's so natural and normal to want to share that with
Right.
everybody that you know, but you have to be very sensitive and realize that not everybody is on that track yet. And
Sure.
maybe let them ask you about it first. Let them ask you, hey, why is it you're looking great these days? Like
Yeah.
you look much slimmer than you did. What is it? Or you have this energy, this positive vibe. You don't have you seem like stress doesn't bother you as much anymore. What is
Right.
it? Let them ask you about it first and then go into that conversation.
You don't want, yeah. You don't want to be the Jehovah's Witnesses for your local box.
True facts. Right.
That's awesome. So that's number one. You don't have to tell everyone about CrossFit.
Right.
Tell us what number two is here, G. Talk about this one a little bit.
Number two is you don't have to explain to your friends how CrossFit is better than fill in the blank, how it's better than yoga or running or bodybuilding, because in truth, whatever gets you excited to go to the gym and
Right.
put in that time, put in that work, you are probably naturally gravitating towards the fitness style that best matches your personality already.
Yep.
So if it just happens that you love to do yoga or you love just going out and running, that is
Yep.
awesome. That deserves to be celebrated. And I want to tell all of my CrossFitters and our CrossFitter audience that you don't have to persuade your friend that they're wrong or that they're doing fitness in a bad way.
Right.
Maybe they could really gain something tremendous from being a part of CrossFit, right?
For sure.
But for CrossFit to win in their hearts does not necessarily mean that something has to lose in their hearts.
Yeah.
And so many of our CrossFitters here, they partake in different avenues of fitness. We have CrossFitters that do CrossFit Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and do yoga Tuesday, Thursday.
Right.
Or like me, I do CrossFit Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and then I do jujitsu Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And
Yeah.
these things complement each other really well, right? You don't have to stop bodybuilding to start CrossFit. These things may complement each other really, really well. And you may
Right.
find that your friends would enjoy their yoga more, would enjoy their running more if they had CrossFit with it.
Sure.
But when you're
Sure.
talking to your friends, for the love of God, don't try and persuade their friends that they are doing fitness badly. Because if they're doing fitness at all, they're
Right.
already winning the bigger battle.
Right. Absolutely. So I run a mindset call for another group, and one of the guys, one of the coaches in that program was saying, "Man, you need to. Here's the workouts for you, this, that." And he was like, "Dallas, I hate these workouts. What do I do?" And I said, "What do you like to do?" And he was like, "Oh, I love swimming and I love running." And I was like, "Then go do that.
Yeah, go swim,
If
go run.
if you hate standing there doing curls, go do the thing that you love to do, because the thing you enjoy will be the thing that you'll do more frequently anyway. You'll do it with
Right.
more
It's a
consistency because it's
positive
enjoyable."
reinforcement.
Right. Yeah. And so that's so important. My wife is yoga through and through. And every now and again, she'll say, "Hey, design something for me." And so, like, in the living room a couple of weeks ago, it was burpees and using the steps to the,
Sure.
to the upstairs. And it was, "Hey, you're gonna do a form of box steps and burpees."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Oh, that was fun. I want to do that more." And I was like, "Great,
Yeah.
okay. We can do that more."
Exactly.
Because it's the yin and yang
The yin
element
and
as
yang.
well. And so all of those things are positive, but honestly, the thing you enjoy doing the most will be for anybody, will be the
Right.
thing that they will consistently do. So while CrossFit May indeed be better than a lot of those other things. You don't have to showboat that.
Right. So that's point number 2.
That's good. What's number 3?
Number 3 is that you shouldn't think less of or talk down to your friends and family that have not yet started doing CrossFit yet.
Not even
Everybody,
my brother?
what's that?
Not even my brother?
Not. Well, some people just need to hear the truth.
That's right. That's right.
But I would say that people are all on different timelines with where they are mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, right? And some people are at the point where they're ready. Some people are not.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that they're flawed or they're broken or they're less than. If they see you doing CrossFit and they're like, I don't see it, not drawn to that, right? Now, a lot of us absolutely in CrossFit worlds, our excitement, our enthusiasm, the results that we get from doing the program, that by itself, our friends or family can tell. They're drawn in. Maybe they want a little piece of that puzzle also. But you shouldn't be giving attitude or looking down on your friends and family if they're not doing CrossFit yet.
Yeah.
When the time is right, the doors are open. We'd love to meet them, have them come and have a no sweat conversation with us. But it's just, it's very easy for fans of elite fitness to become elitist. And that is a major turnoff to your friends and your family. Like, always lead with love. Be loving. Follow that example of Christ. Be loving to people first. And if CrossFit, if the time is right for them to do CrossFit, awesome.
Yeah.
If they're into it, if they want to dip their toes in the CrossFit waters, they can come talk to us. We'd be happy to help them out. But keep the attitude in check for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And again, nothing speaks louder than your results. When you start looking better, feeling better, performing better, people will say, "Hey, what's your secret?"
Right.
And
then you can have the conversation.
Yeah, for sure. So this right here, G, I think is one of the more important ones. Tip number 4 here. Drive this one home for us.
Save the best for last. CrossFitters, don't initiate your friends or family to CrossFit with a garage gym bloodbath. And what I mean by that is this happens way too often. You've been doing CrossFit, you're kicking butt, you're feeling great, and you really want your friend or your significant other or your brother or your child to do CrossFit also, because you want them to share your excitement for this awesome thing, this CrossFit thing. And so you're like, you know what? Come on with me on Memorial Day. We'll do Murph together. No, do not do that. That is a bad idea. To the uninitiated, the Murph workout is a stupendously over-the-top, challenging, high-volume workout that will kill your friend.
Yeah.
It is a bad idea. It's sort of like saying, hey, you really, really like, this food. I'm going to force feed all of it to you at once. Negative, Ghost Rider. You don't want to do that. And I want to give like real talk to our audience here. Like, if you are not a CrossFit coach, if you are a CrossFit, you're an athlete CrossFitter, but you're not a coach, you're probably a very bad judge of what workout would be appropriate for a complete and total newbie.
Yeah.
So no, your friend should not do Fran. No, your friend should not do Murph. No, your friend should not do Cindy. Like, even if they scale these exercises back, right? Like, you do not want to be giving such a powerful stimulus, somebody who's new to all of this. Let real CrossFit coaches be the ones to architect this experience, a winnable battle on day one, an appropriate level of initiation to CrossFit on day one.
Yeah.
This much CrossFit on day 2, this much on day 3, this much on day 4, an intelligent, structured, guided progression into the thing. So your friend actually really enjoys the program. They never feel overwhelmed. They don't feel destroyed by the workout, which is one of the things that we as CrossFitters, we love the idea that our uppity bodybuilding friend who thinks they're all awesome, they come out, they do this CrossFit workout, I'm going to show them. Yeah, you'll show them at risk of their health. You know what I mean?
Right. And it probably won't sway them to think this is a good idea. If it feels torturous, they'll be like, no thanks, pal, I'm good.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't jump somebody into the middle of the story. Let them start at the beginning and read the first chapter. see if they enjoy the chapter. If they do, they can read the rest of the story. And that's
this is
a
good.
first-class experience at CrossFit.
Yeah, at the end of the day, everybody, it's about letting your life speak, not necessarily your mouth. And
Right.
so, I forget, it was a monk back in the day. I'm forgetting who it was. It might have been St. Augustine, said, preach at all times, if necessary, use words. And
Right.
I think that's a good way to view our fitness as well, is just like do the thing. And even sometimes for me, when I first found out about CrossFit, I found out about it through some documentaries
Mhm.
on Netflix, and I was so intrigued by it because I had the conversation can be brought up, if someone is like, I'm so bored going to the gym.
Yeah,
That's a great thing to go, hey, do you want to try something new with me?
for sure.
I'd love to take you to my gym because the workout's always different and I'm never bored. That's a
Right.
great intro line to say to somebody. And then
Yeah.
you introduce them to CrossFit Edwardsville. And again, you can let them read the reviews. Uh, we've got all of those. You just go to Google and type it in, share the reviews with them. CrossFit Edwardsville. You can show them some of the stuff, some of our results on our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at CrossFit Edwardsville, or you can just have them go to the website, CrossFitEdwardsville.com. And you can say, man, if you want to quit being bored, if you want to quit doing the same back and buys, chest and tries, and just be bored out of your mind, great, come with me and let's book a no sweat conversation. And they'll actually have a one-to-one conversation with a human, most likely G or one of the other team members, and actually discover what is working for them in their fitness, what they'd like to work on in their fitness, and where they see themselves 6 months, 9 months, a year from now in their health journey, because it's all part of their journey. And so we want to make it to where people, like you said, G, they get a little bit at a time. They start on page 1 and they feel like, okay, this is somewhere I want to go. So again, that's at CrossFitEdwardsville.com. Book a no sweat conversation. And G, I found this really beneficial because, again, the joke about me is with my brother, if I mention something, if I even mention your name, he'll go, look, honey, to his wife. He'll look at his
Right.
watch and go, look, it's only been 15 minutes before
Right.
Dallas mentioned something about CrossFit. And I was like, it wasn't that, so I get it.
I love the excitement, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So be excited, everybody, but bring them in the right doorway, which is booking that no sweat conversation. So,
Cool.
G, I think that's all we got for today, right, brother?
That's it.
That's a
I'll
quick
go
hit
ahead and
one.
say thank you for joining me. Thanks to all of our audience for joining us today. And as we love to say, ladies and gentlemen, have yourselves a championship day.